I'll wait for a couple of moments. So if you have your chair, you can already start by straightening your legs. You can keep a little bent and then find the edge of the chair and then just fold forwards. And then either rest your hands onto your shin bones or maybe you hold your feet. So just allowing the body to drop here. Allow your shoulders to drop. Maybe make it more active if you like. It's also possible. You hold your feet. So we'll be in this pose to start with. We still have about 1 or 2 minutes or so. So you have time to get ready. I hope you're all ready for this evening. It's a little bit different than usually. I hear a lot of people are just staying at home, not doing anything. Maybe some drinks or having people over for dinner, but that's about it. Nice and calm, but you never know what happens. So let's get ready and do a few stretches before we move into tonight's. And finding your breath here. So the tendency might be to pull the shoulders up, to drop your shoulders, drop your elbows, drop your head. Maybe allowing the stretch along the back of the knees to run up, along the hamstrings, the buttocks, and the lower back. And the head is heavy. So I hope you're all settled by now. And if there's anyone else joining last moment, then also, as you can see, we're doing stretches with the chair. So get a chair ready and then we'll get started. Slowly come up. And then I'm going to turn towards you. You're going to sit up. Find the edge of your chair with your buttocks and then bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. Now don't collapse into your lower back, but press through your sitting bones and then keep your right foot flexed, gently softening the right knee down. Now keep all this, bring both arms up and then bring your right fingertips in between your shoulder blades. And then with the left hand, you grab the elbow and you move it into the midline. You take a couple of breaths here. Keeping that right foot flexed so the ankle is fixed. And you're sitting on the edge of the chair. Now we're going to take this a bit deeper. If this is enough for you, you stay here. So what you're going to do, you're going to bring your left arm up. And with your right hand, you hold the outside here of your left upper arm. And you're going to drop the arm. So keeping the position of your legs, this nice hip opening, you drop the arm. And for some, it looked like this. For others, it's over here. So you really have to feel the weight of that left arm. So then you're moving more into the opening of the right side and the right shoulder. And take a few breaths here, allowing the right knee to drop. Opening around the shoulder, the side body. Deep breath in. And then exhale, just release and then fold forward. You can rest your elbows into your thighs. And then it's like arching, try to arch your spine here. You'll have a lot of space. You can go down, but keeping that right foot flexed. See if you can extend a bit through your chest, elongating your belly, and allowing that opening in the right hip to happen. So press through your sitting bones, extend the chest more forward, and move the shoulders a bit back. Take one deep in-breath here, and exhale. Okay, and slowly come out. So we'll be doing a little bit more on the hip in a few more moments, but first we're going to change to the other side. So now the left ankle, you place it on top of your right knee, making sure you're still sitting on the edge of your chair, and the ankle is flexed. So fixed. With your left hand, gently press the left knee down. Feel how that increases the stretch along the outer left hip, perhaps your buttock, your groin, and then sit up straight. Pressing through your sitting bones, elongate through your spine. Now keep all this. Bring your arms up. Left hand in between your shoulder blades and the right palm. Hold the elbow and you pull it in towards the midline. Now soften your shoulder blades down. Especially the monarch's cup spear, and you can feel it with your left fingertips. It's usually quite tight. See if you can soften it. And it requires focus very often to do that. Keep moving that elbow in towards the midline, making sure you're not looking down. So press the back of the head into the elbow. So you see this nice and straight. Good. Now either staying here or bring your right arm up. And then with the left hand, you hold the right upper arm from behind, and then you drop your arm. So it's really a heavy arm. And when you don't put any energy into a pose or into your body in a position by contracting your muscles, the limb becomes really extremely heavy actually. And the more heavy it is, the more opening happens on the left side. Now breathe. Good, slowly come out. And then just bow forward. So press your seat down and hinging forward. Now arching your lower back. It's like extending the sitting bones down and back, and the chest bone reaches forward. So you're moving deeper into the left hip. Hands either at the outside of the knee and the foot, or rest your elbows down. And try to keep a long belly. And it's so easy to do this hip opening, and it's very safe to do it like this, but it feels so good. Well, as I can only speak for myself, but it's really good deep hip opening around the outer hip, and so safe to do. Okay, a few more breaths here. Now let's take a deep breath in. Sigh your day out of your body. And slowly come up. Okay, and then come off your chair. I'm going to turn to the side. So you're going to stand in front of your chair, and of course, a down dog. So you rest your hands on the edge of the seat, walk your feet back so your ankles are underneath the chest, and you just drop the chest down. Now it might be that your hamstrings are a little bit tight, you keep a little bend in your knees. Now keep your arms nice and strong, and wrapping your shoulder blades, like drawing the elbows in towards each other, dropping the chest and dropping your heart, your head. So make yourself as long as possible at every point, from the feet up to the hips, from the hips to the shoulders, from the hands to the shoulders. Good. Slowly come up. Okay, now walking forward to the chair and then step your right foot onto the chair. Hold the leuning, I don't know the English words. And then make sure you press, with the feet, you press the front of the seat down. Otherwise the chair might collapse. And you glide that left heel back. Yeah. Now you can be here or you can place your hands onto your thigh. So that increases the stretch along the front of the thigh. Keep pressing through that right foot. You can also reach your arms up, interlacing the fingers except the index fingers to make it more active. Yeah. Or just stay here. All these variation, or just resting the elbows onto the thigh. Now the inner left thigh presses up towards the ceiling. And breathe into the front of the hip. Keep pressing that left thigh up and keep pushing the left heel towards the back of the room. Okay, take a deep in breath. Lift the chest a little bit more, maybe pressing the chest back with using your hands. Exhale, release. And now you're going to walk your right foot towards the left side. You might want to bring the left foot a bit in. And then you're going to bring your right knee down. So we're going to do a pigeon onto the chair. Foot is flexed. You can either have the foot onto the, I think that's better, yeah. Keep the foot onto the chair. Ankle is fixed, and we do a pigeon pose onto the chair. It's pretty intense. So you can bend the left knee a little bit or you extend. Yeah, and keep your chest up, nice and open. If it's too much, you go down and you fold forward. And breathe into that outer right hip. If it's too much, you bring your right foot closer towards your left hip. It's nice to do a little bit of opening around the hips. Most of us will be sitting a lot this evening. Relaxing around the shoulders and into the breath. Now let's take a deep, full breath in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Good. Now slowly come up. Okay, and then bring the foot back and then just shake out your legs. Whew, feel the difference, huge difference. Big opening around that outer right hip, and then we're going to change. So first we place the left heel on the front of the chair. We press it here. We hold the leuning, and then we walk that right foot, we wiggle it back. So maybe this is enough for you. You stay here. And if you have more space, you go down. But make sure the back leg stays nice and active. It can be all different variations. You can even move around. But we're already, it's in our nature, I think especially in the West, that we move a lot and we have a hard time sitting still. So let's find stillness here. And if you want to make it more active, you go up. So you stretch more along the groin and even lifting the arms up. I'm going to choose this position. Maybe close your eyes and bring your mind into wherever you feel it the most. Breathing into the space. Deep stretch for the front of the hip and the inner groin. Okay, deep breath in here. Exhale. Okay, and then slowly release, step your back foot further forward and then walk your left foot, wiggle it over to the right. And then drop the left knee down. So make sure you keep that foot flexed. Now either here or bring that right foot further back so you drop a little bit lower. Up to you. Yeah, you can bring your forearms here or go down. So see what's best for you. But make sure you find the sweet spot where it's intense, but you're still able to breathe and to kind of relax so you can allow the stretch to happen. Okay? Otherwise, if we If we're too ambitious, we're not able to relax. So it doesn't have any effect instead of straining and forcing ourselves to keep up in this pose. Use your breath. So I think it's 15 daily practices. What I like so much is that we touch base on all these different disciplines, so strength, meditation, stretch, and the next round probably will be breath. And all these things are important. There's not one that is more important than the other. It's really all of them together. And finding a perfect balance, the balance between strength and mobility within your body, between doing and undoing. Okay, let's slowly come out. Step the foot down and stand up so it feels a bit wobbly. Shake out your legs. And then for the final pose, I want to ask you to go down onto the knees. And we'll do some opening for the chest to end with, to give you some breathing space. Yeah? So you want to bring your hips on top of the knees, so you have to find the right distance. You bring your elbows onto the front of the chair, and the elbows are about shoulder width apart, so you probably feel it coming already. You can bring the palms together, and then slowly drop the chest down. And if you can rest your forehead onto the chair, or even you drop the head down. And then the fingertips move in between the shoulder blades. So make sure you don't widen the elbows too much. They should be around shoulder width apart. And there's the action still of wrapping the shoulder blades, like the armpits want to gaze at each other. If you don't understand, get what I mean, don't worry. I'm saying a lot. I'm happy if one or two things resonate. That is enough. Dropping the heart down. You can add a little bit of press into the elbows. Sort of energetically shift the weight a bit back. So that increases the stretch along the sides and the triceps. Opening around the ribs, breathe to open the intercostal muscles, the breathing supporting system. It's easier to open up through the lungs a bit more. So let's take a full deep breath in, open your mouth and let it out. Whenever you need to let go, you let it out through your breath. Now, you can always stay here a bit longer if you like. Otherwise, you slowly come out, release, and then sit down onto your knees. Take a few shoulder rolls here. And then I thank you for showing up on this last day of 2020, disastrous year, but I'm sure there were many beautiful things as well. So I see you in